pretty damn filthy. Lying around in the shed. How is there a hair? Okay, so basically, ever since I got the car, something that I've always wanted to do was this engine bay looked pretty damn filthy. I've never had or owned a car where I've left it this dirty before. Even though it did seem like a very well sort of looked after car, mechanic cleaner with its servicing and all its history, etc. It was brilliant. But one thing's for sure is that this doesn't look like it's ever had a clean. Now I'm going to try and do a few little close-ups just to show you what it's like, and I'm no expert by any means. I'm basically just going to use like hot soapy water, like fairy liquid, to kind of get rid of the sort of grease, spray that on, cover the battery, just make sure I cover that, probably well along with the air filter, and then give it a little bit of a dress up. So basically just to neaten it up, make it nice and clean and fresh, just for sort of future mods, future projects, and just peace of mind as well, really. So I think that's enough talking. Let's crack on. Now, I know I did cover up a couple of bits, but there could be an issue actually where, a bit of an idiot, I'm a bit of a novice at cleaning engine bays, but the HT leads on this side was exposed. There's a bit of water in there. I've been trying to blow it out. Just need to make sure, don't need to use a hairdryer or not, actually, maybe just give it a little blast. But just try to give it a very quick rinse. I mean, I sort of concentrate the water a lot, sort of away from here as much as I could, just mainly on like all the front of the inlet, all these kind of parts which I know are sort of safer, all along the edge, up here by the suspension mounts, all in the grooves, all in here as well because that was filthy. Yeah, just sort of along here. Now I'm gonna have to do a bit of concentrated bits at some point, but like here is really gunky. I cleaned up some of that. I didn't really show any before shots, but that was really dusty all under here. Having the airbox on doesn't really need it because of the induction kit, but in a way it's good that it's been left on just for now, because then obviously it did cover all the kind of HT spark plugs area. In the future, when I do modify the engine, that'll be coming off and I'll buy a different type of cover for the engine, but I just wanted to sort of spruce up underneath, just because, like I said, it's nice to know it's clean. So what I might do is give this a quick blast with a hairdryer. So the hairdryer actually worked quite well. If you can see, it's sort of already getting quite dry. I'm just going to let it dry fully. But yeah, everything's looking definitely a lot cleaner than it was before anyway, that's for sure. How is there a hair there? Yeah, so I just took off the covers on these two, which I'm going to give them a bit of a clean, sort of by hand, just try and be a little bit more delicate before I look at sort of dressing anything. But yeah, overall it's pretty good. At least it's quite nice and clean. Now actually one thing I'm going to do is I've bought some high temperature gold paint, primer, lacquer, because I'm going to look at doing the brake calipers at some point all in gold to go with the black and gold theme on this car. And what I was thinking is, as a little project, is I'm going to look at taking the throttle body off to make sure I give it a good clean, make sure it's all nice inside, and at the same time what I thought is I'll scuff this all down and have a go at spray painting it gold. Just thought it might be quite a nice little touch for the under the bonnet. But yeah, I'll let this dry now, do a few little touches on here, and then we can dress it and see what it looks like. Cool. So the engine bay is all nice and dry now, and you can sort of see sort of I think is that what is it water spots? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, everything looks kind of that dry finish, if that makes sense, but at least I know it's clean. So what I'm going to do is now give it a little bit of a dress up. That came out pretty well. And if it comes across quite well on camera, it needs a little bit more TLC, but I'll do it when I paint this and take this off. But it's come up pretty nice and shiny. Gave this a good clean. Let me just go around here. So there's a bit of fluff on there, but yeah, this was all full of like dirt and grease, but it's all like sort of quite nice and dry now. Just went round all these areas. They probably do need, like I said, a little bit more. I'm no pro. Just doing it with stuff I've got. But yep, so the next stage now is I'm just going to use, this is just something I bought in Tesco. And it's just a tyre shine, but the thing is, I've done it before in previous cars where it actually works, just to sort of give it a dress it up a little bit. So let's crack on with that. Okay, and to do a few other areas, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some of this Grease Lightning Showroom Shine. Voila! It is done. The engine bay is clean, not pristine, but with the stuff I've got, I think I've done a pretty good job. So I'll just do a quick close-up, show you some of the areas that I sort of did close-ups of at the very beginning, just so you can see a bit of the before and afters. I'm pretty happy really with how it's turned out. As I mentioned, it is not perfect, so don't judge me, but at the end of the day, I'm sure I'll probably get comments saying that I've done things wrong, should have used X product, should have done it this way. You know what? That's fine. It is just stuff I had lying around in the shed, and I think compared to what it looked like before, I think it's miles better. That's come up quite nice now. We'll be taking that off, as I mentioned. If you watch the whole video, that'll be getting properly sort of, I'm going to use the wire drill thing, give it a good clean, and I'm going to spray paint it gold to go with the black and gold theme that I'm having for the car. But like even this battery was in a terrible state before. The dirt was filthy. This red didn't even really look red. It was so black, but it's come up pretty nice. Some little areas, a little bit more TLC, but I wouldn't mind getting some covers for that. Tried to get in, I mean, it's just clean, which is nice to sort of know, really. It's not dirty like it was before, so it's not going to be embarrassing, is it, like when I take it to, say, like a garage. The one thing is, I know that this looks probably quite good on camera, but up close, and I was spraying it with my stuff, it is quite hard. I don't know how well it picks it up, but there's still like the spray in these little kind of nooks and crannies, and it's really hard to get them out. I'd have to spend a lot longer on it. Big thing that lets this area down is this. I might actually see if I can take that off when I have some bits done on this car, and I'm thinking that might be quite good to get sprayed, either just black or I don't mind if it's just textured black. Actually, it doesn't need to be gloss black, but just so it looks a bit nicer, because it's in a terrible state. The sun's got to it and polish and all sorts, so it really lets it down. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely better than it was before. So yeah, if you have liked this video, then please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of future videos, even though I do share all these videos of this project on Facebook groups, but you know, might get some new followers coming in, which would be amazing, so I want to try and get to 1,000 subs as quick as I can, really, which would be awesome. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for watching. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.